Imagine being one of the most beautiful and talented actresses in the world, marrying a prince and still having to pay for the privilege. Grace Kelly's fairy tale romance with Prince Rainier of Monaco captivated the world, but behind the scenes, a shocking truth lurked. Her family has finally revealed a secret that tarnishes the glow of the seemingly perfect union. On November 12, 1929, Grace Patricia Kelly was born to a wealthy family in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, her father being a 3-time Olympic gold medalist in rowing and a successful businessman. Despite her privileged background, Grace was determined to make a name for herself in the world of acting. Her childhood was marked by a strained relationship with her mother, who often criticized her appearance and behavior, perhaps fueling Grace's desire to prove herself. At the age of 20, Kelly moved to New York City to pursue her dreams. She studied at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts and worked as a model to support herself. Her classic beauty quickly caught the attention of television producers, leading to her first TV appearance in 1950. During this time, she appeared in over 60 live drama productions, perfecting her craft and gaining valuable experience. When Kelly and actor Gary Cooper were cast in the Western film called High Noon in 1952, it was the turning point in her career. Her performance was praised by critics and audiences alike, setting the stage for her meteoric rise in Hollywood. Director John Ford, who saw her screen test, famously remarked, "This girl has breeding, quality, class." Over the next 4 years, Grace Kelly would become one of the most sought-after actresses in the industry. She starred in several Alfred Hitchcock classics, including Dial M for Murder, Rear Window, and To Catch a Thief. Her ability to portray both vulnerability and strength on screen made her a favorite of directors and moviegoers. Hitchcock in particular was captivated by her, describing her as a snow-covered volcano, cool and composed on the outside, but with hidden depths of passion. In 1954, Kelly's talent was recognized with an Academy Award for Best Actress for her role in The Country Girl. At just 25 years old, she had reached the pinnacle of her profession and seemed destined for a long and illustrious career in Hollywood. Her Oscar win was considered an upset, as many had expected Judy Garland to win for A Star is Born. The victory cemented Kelly's status as a serious actress, not just a pretty face. But fate had other plans for Grace Kelly. She got to know Prince Rainier III of Monaco in 1955 while she was at the Cannes Film Festival. Although their meeting was a short one, it had a deep impact on both of them. A year later, during a photo shoot in Monaco, they reconnected and a whirlwind romance began. The photo shoot, arranged by Paris Match magazine, was almost cancelled due to a power outage in Monaco, but Grace insisted on going through with it, unknowingly setting the stage for her future.
And it was, of course, attended by Mr. Mason and his wife.
The world was captivated by the developing relationship between the Hollywood star and the European prince. It seemed like a real-life fairy tale, with Grace Kelly set to become a true princess. As expected, in January 1956, their engagement was announced, sending the media into a frenzy. The engagement ring was a 10.47-carat emerald-cut diamond from Cartier, a stunning symbol of their union. Talk about class. The wedding, which took place on April 18, 1956, was dubbed the Wedding of the Century. It was a lavish affair that brought together Hollywood glamour and European royalty. Grace Kelly's wedding dress, designed by MGM's costume designer Helen Rose, became one of the most iconic wedding gowns in history. The dress, which took 35 tailors 6 weeks to create, featured 125-year-old Brussels lace and hundreds of seed pearls. As she transitioned from actress to princess, Grace Kelly bid farewell to her film career. Her last movie, High Society, was released in 1956, marking the end of her time in Hollywood. Many wondered if she would regret leaving behind the glitz and glamour of the film industry for her life as a royal. In fact, what's super interesting is that Prince Rainier had initially agreed to allow Grace to continue acting, but later changed his mind, feeling it would be inappropriate for the Princess of Monaco to appear on screen. In her role as princess, Grace threw herself into her duties with the same dedication she had shown in her acting career. She became involved in various charitable causes, particularly those focused on children's welfare and the arts. The princess also worked tirelessly to promote Monaco as a cultural and tourist destination. She learned to speak French fluently and immersed herself in Monegasque history and culture. Grace and Rainier had 3 children together: Princess Caroline in 1957, Prince Albert in 1958, and Princess Stephanie in 1965. Despite the demands of her royal duties, Grace was actually known to be a hands-on mother who prioritized her family. She insisted on nursing her children herself, which was unusual for royalty at the time, but was also often seen playing with them in the palace gardens. However, life as a princess wasn't always as perfect as it seemed from the outside. Grace reportedly struggled with the transition from independent actress to royal consort. The strict protocol and constant scrutiny of royal life were opposite to the relative freedom she had enjoyed in Hollywood. There were also rumors of tension in her marriage to Prince Rainier. Some speculated that Grace missed her acting career more than she let on, while others suggested that the prince's traditional views clashed with her more modern American sensibilities. Despite these challenges, the couple presented a united front in public and worked together to modernize Monaco and raise its international profile. During these trying times, Grace remained committed to her role as Princess of Monaco. She continued using her fame and influence to benefit charitable causes, as well as the principality. Her elegance and dedication to her adopted country endeared her to the people of Monaco and admirers around the world. She eventually founded the Princess Grace Foundation to support local artisans and established Amade Mondiale, an organization dedicated to child protection and development. Tragically, Grace Kelly's life came to a sudden and devastating end on September 14, 1982. While driving back to Monaco from their country home with her daughter Stephanie, Grace suffered a stroke, causing her to lose control of the car. The vehicle veered off the winding roads of the French Riviera, careening down a steep mountainside before coming to a devastating halt. Grace passed away the following day due to severe injuries sustained in the crash, marking a sudden and tragic end to her remarkable life. She was 52 years old at the time of her death, leaving behind a legacy that transcended her roles both on-screen and in Monaco's royal circles. The circumstances surrounding the accident have since fueled numerous speculations and theories. Some have questioned whether Princess Stephanie, who was also in the car, was actually driving at the time of the crash. This uncertainty has added to the mystique surrounding Grace Kelly's untimely death, with debates continuing to this day about what truly happened on that fateful journey back to Monaco. The exact details and cause of the accident have remained a subject of speculation over the years. Despite efforts to reconstruct the events leading up to the crash, the investigation didn't turn up anything new, adding to the enduring mystery surrounding Grace Kelly's final moments. The incident left Monaco and the world in mourning, as the public struggled to come to terms with the loss of a beloved actress turned princess, whose life had been cut short in such a tragic and unforeseen manner. Her funeral was attended by numerous heads of state and celebrities, proving the impact she had made both as an actress and as a royal. Grace Kelly's legacy lives on through her children and grandchildren, as well as through the countless lives she touched during her time as Princess of Monaco. But now, decades after her untimely death, a startling revelation has come to light. Grace Kelly's family has finally disclosed a truth that casts a shadow over her fairy tale romance with Prince Rainier. In a shocking twist to the story of Kelly's marriage, it has been revealed that the actress had to pay a whopping $2 million dowry to the House of Grimaldi in order to marry Prince Rainier. This sum, equivalent to roughly $20 million in today's money, left the Hollywood star nearly penniless at the time of her wedding. The dowry included not only cash, but also the rights to her movies, effectively ending any possibility of her returning to acting. The revelation paints a different picture of Grace Kelly's transition from actress to princess. Far from being swept off her feet by a dashing prince, it appears that Grace had to quite literally pay for her place in the royal family. The dowry, a practice largely considered outdated even in the 1950s, was apparently a non-negotiable condition of the marriage. It's worth noting that at the time, Monaco was facing financial difficulties due to changes in French tax laws, affecting the principality's status as a tax haven. The news of Grace Kelly's substantial dowry stunned Hollywood and royal circles alike. Here was a celebrated actress, known for her poise and beauty, forced to sacrifice her financial security and professional ambitions to secure her marriage to Prince Rainier. The staggering amount she paid, combined with the relinquishment of her movie rights, underscored the stark realities of marrying into European royalty during that era. Her decision to part with such a vast sum highlights the lengths to which she was willing to go for love, yet it also raises troubling questions about the power dynamics within the House of Grimaldi. Was Grace Kelly's dowry a strategic move to bolster Monaco's finances? Or was it a more cynical transaction, exploiting her fame and fortune for the benefit of the principality? These revelations add a layer of scandal to Grace Kelly's life story, challenging the pristine image of her fairy tale marriage and suggesting a more complex narrative of sacrifice and compromise behind the glamorous facade of Hollywood's golden girl turned princess.